Hey everyone in the United States, back again for my third video on my video blog. This time I'm going to be talking about what I do in a regular day in Colombia, what I do, what interesting stuff happens to me, if any, and yeah, so let's get started today. So I wake up around 6 o'clock. I usually get up at about 6:45, just like in the United States. Then Noemi and I get to school at about 7:30. And we can walk to school. It's only 15 minutes away. And so we go to the school and we teach English primarily. I sometimes help out with physical education. And there's actually 600 kids at the school, so it gives you a kind of an idea of how many people are actually teaching and how many kids you have to take care of. And but we don't teach them at the same time. There's about 21 different 21 different classes of grades from 5 to 11th grade. And actually, one of the teachers is sick, so the principal of the school told us we have to teach every single class of 11th grade. And we realized that they really don't know anything at all. We actually just gave a test last week about present simple and past simple verbs and sentences, such as like I am tall, I like to run, or something like that. And these kids just Noemi actually made a list of the funniest responses that we got. And I'll read a couple to you right now. One sentence you have to change into a negative, or into a question, and that in the sentence is, he eats apples every day. And one student wrote, eats he day, as a question, and I thought that was ridiculous. Another one is, I give you money. You have to change this into the past. And one person thought it was, I gave you monkey. And the last one, I thought was funniest, is you have to change the sentence, Sarah can eat a lot, into a question. And this person said, I eat Sarah a lot. So it gives you a bit of an idea of the kids we're working with and what we have to deal with every single day. So yeah, school ends at about 12:30 for lunch. So Noemi and I go back home, have some lunch, and my Aunt Joanne actually asked a question, are there siestas? Are there siestas during the day? And there actually aren't, except if I'm really tired and if I've shouted for 4 hours already previously in the day. So, and sometimes I do get very tired. But then school starts again at 2:30, and so we teach more English, Noemi and I. And then at 4 o'clock, usually on Mondays and Wednesdays, I teach refuerzo de inglés, which is kind of a reinforcement for kids that really want to actually learn and aren't just kind of doing it because it's a class. And it's a lot easier. There's a lot less kids in the class, and they learn a lot more. The activity is a lot more fun. And then on Friday, I teach softball, which is always really fun. And so the kids actually, softball, no one knows what softball is in Colombia except for the people that are on the Atlantic or Pacific coast. But so it's interesting to teach the rules and be frustrated with not knowing how to explain something in Spanish, but I get through it. And on Monday and Thursday, Noemi and I teach our family English around 7:30 or whatever, right after dinner. And Wednesday and Friday we teach English, and on Monday and Thursday we actually get Spanish class with a neighbor of ours that can speak English really well, and she was actually worked as an English teacher before, so it's perfect. It's kind of a free way to extend our knowledge of Spanish, which we really need to do while we're here. And so during the day we always prepare classes for what's coming up. Noemi has some books for English because her aunt is an English teacher as well. So we use those worksheets from there. And on weekends, I usually go to Noemi and I and our friends from Colombia usually go around the nearest university, because there's a lot of bars or clubs or something, so we can go and chill around there. It's always a nice way to just chill after an exhausting week. And in the afternoon, I probably play sports every single day. You know, running. There's frisbee. Now that my mom and dad sent me some frisbees to teach at the university, and teach softball. You know, play soccer, of course, and Mikiro is a game kind of like soccer, and it's played on pavement. It's kind of like futsal. It's really cool, and I've taken up climbing while I'm here too, because Noemi's pretty into that. And there's a wall at the university, so it's kind of cool. And on Sundays, me and my family usually go and visit towns in Boyacá, the region of Colombia that I live in, and just so we can extend our knowledge of other towns other than Tunja. And my cousin Michael asked a question: what do I miss most about USA? And this is, it's pretty obvious that I miss all my friends and family and everything that that I really loved back in the United States. But what I really took for granted is that because there isn't any hot water out of my house, so I've been taking a cold shower for about 2 months right now, 2.5 months. And it really sucks when Tunja in the morning feels like Vermont in November, and you have to take a freezing ice shower. It doesn't really help warm you up. So I definitely miss that, and that's actually what I'm going to be talking about in my next video blog. And just about everything, stuff that has changed, stuff that's different experiences for me than the United States, and just explain those. So yeah, this is my day, and yeah, and I want to give a shout out to Katie, Emily, and LP for that amazing video on my Facebook. And remember, just email anthonysulva@gmail.com, or if you have any questions or anything like that. And I'm actually featured on this, now featured on the Next Up website for the of Vermont Business Magazine for my video blog. So if you want, you can check that out too. And so, bien, ojalá todo es bien en los Estados Unidos, y voy a verse en la próxima vez. Chao.